Hello there. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my trucking experience. I don't remember where I left off, but I know it's been a minute since I recorded a video. Um, but I have been driving on my own solo since April 22nd. April, May, June, July, June 22nd. And I love it. I love solo driving. It's more relaxing. You have a little bit more control over your day, um, and you can sleep without the truck moving. Those are some of the some of the pros of solo driving. Now, the cons, not of solo driving, but of driving for a company for me, because I'm in the mindset of an entrepreneur. So I like my freedom. I like control. I never consider myself a control freak, but I think I may be a control freak because I want to have control over where I go, when I go, and how much money I make. I want to be able to see what freight is out there and choose which one I want to do, instead of someone dishing and doling out freight to me, and I have to always be asking, is this all you have? And then they're always saying, well, that's it. Why is that always it? You know, I don't trust it. And I've always been told, if you want something done, do it yourself, right? So my next goal in this journey of trucking life is to purchase my own truck. I've been looking at some leasing companies and some companies that sell trucks and finance you. I have to make a few more calls. One company that I have looked at is Quality Leasing, or Quality Companies, and they're affiliated with about 70 carriers, and you have to basically get approved or hired on with one of those carriers. And I'm assuming, they all have their own criteria because they're all different companies. And once you get hired on or get approved by the companies, then you are guaranteed a truck lease with no credit check and no money down. They will lease you a truck to purchase. You will be purchasing the truck. I forgot what the terms were, but the truck payments are between $300 to $600 a week, which is very good because right now I'm paying $805 for the truck alone. That's not including insurance and fuel and any other cost. So I think that's good because I'll probably be looking like around the 300 because I'm cheap. But if I can get a good truck, and so yeah, that's where my mind is headed now, because as an owner operator, you basically have more control over what you do. You also have more responsibility. Right now I'm a lease driver, which I'm throwing that truck payment out the window basically, because that's $3,200 a month. That at least half of that can go in my pocket if I lower my truck payment, and then it will be an investment because the money will be going towards a truck that I will own. Right now, I will never own the truck that I'm in, but it's a good stepping stone and it's a good learning tool for me. So I'm okay for now, and it was also a way for me to make more money faster or sooner in this trucking business, because I went through Prime, or company sponsored training. I won't just say Prime because I'm sure it's like that for every company sponsored training. They front you a lot of money.
A new message has arrived.
Okay, I gotta call Road Assist. Okay, they front you a lot of money, and for things that you need when you first start out, and the money for the school when you're the $200 a week, you got to pay that back. That's not free money. And anything else, like I had to take that sleep apnea test, so that was $500 that I'm still paying back. So because I have a lot of fees, it messes with the amount of money you bring home, because all of that is deducted before you see your money. I've gotten $0 checks. My last check was $19, and that's because I went home. I would think that if they know in advance you're going home, that they would give you some higher paying load so that you can still make some money, or you kind of balance out. But that's not the case. They make sure you make enough money so you're not in the hole with your truck payment, but they're not really concerned about you. You have to fend for yourself on that, because you are basically you're independent. You're on your own. You're grown, so you just have to take that. And that's the reason. It's one of the major reasons why I want to become an owner operator. Well, I wanted to in the beginning anyway, but this is solidifying it for me. It's like I really need to do this. It's making me move faster towards it, because if I was planning my own loads, I would make sure that when I know I'm going to be off, because they've known a month in advance when I'm going to be off, start making sure that week I'm going to be able to cover all my fixed costs and still be able to put some change in my pocket. It may not be as much as the previous week, but at least something, because in the long run, it takes down your total income. And in the short run, it takes down your income. It just takes down your income when you're not being properly planned. And I know that if they could do better than what they're doing, they're just not. They may have favorites. There are people who are solo drivers, and they're making revenue of $4,000 and $5,000 a week. Right now, my revenue is before everything is taken out. It stays around $3,000, $3,500. That's where they cap me off at. I don't like that. I do not like that. I don't like someone having control of my money. So therefore, I will take it upon myself to change that situation. And that's why I've made the decision to either purchase my own truck right out, which most likely I'm going to have a down payment, which means I may have to stay put a little longer so that I can save up for that, because it's like $10,000 down, $5,000 to $10,000 down, or do the lease through Quality or a similar type of leasing program where I'm leased on to one of these larger carriers, and it's basically going to be similar situation as with Prime, except my truck payment will be lower, but I'll still have that same dispatch problem. There are a few companies out there that allow you to self-dispatch, and some that are actually with quality. But for me, the only issue with that is they want a minimum of a year experience, and I have 5 months. Some places out there will take 6 months experience, but I don't think you're able to pick your own freight. So that's where I am right now in my trucking life journey. I'm feeling, motivated to move forward. I may have to be a little more patient to get more experience. Either way, I'm going to get my experience. I just would like to keep more money in my pocket. So I hope I gave some helpful information in this video. If you have any questions, you can leave them below. I think I get email notification when you guys send a message, so I can just respond if I get a message. Peace.